Well, so many in the Tampa Bay area are still recovering from Hurricanes Helene and Milton. A bill traveling through the Florida House would require local governments to be better prepared next time. It covers everything from debris removal to what happens when a storm interferes, even with an election.
Fox 13's Kailey Tracy says the bill draws on the lessons we're still learning even months after the storms.
It's no secret to any of us that we had a really terrible hurricane season, and many of our communities are still reeling from the impacts.
Representative Fiona McFarland says last hurricane season sparked several ideas on how to be better prepared for the next.
It has ideas and best practices that bubbled up from the very local level and are all compiled in this bill.
Ideas from locals like Kevin Batdorf, president of the Shore Acres Civic Association. Many homes in Shore Acres are still being rebuilt, are boarded up, or are for sale.
We in Shore Acres had many conversations with our legislators.
House Bill 1535 requires local governments to set up at least one debris management site before the storm, open a permitting office as soon as possible after the storm that will be open 40 hours a week, and set up mutual aid agreements to bring in more help after the storm to expedite the permit and inspection processes. It would also require local governments to have an online option for substantial damage and improvement letters.
Well, my hope is that, God forbid another storm does come our way, that it's managed better, that you don't wait 7 months to get a permit, that you don't wait 90 days to have your trash picked up out of the street.
The bill also says all hoisting equipment at construction sites has to be secured to comply with manufacturer recommendations 24 hours before impacts of a hurricane, after a crane fell into an office building in St. Pete during Milton. And because election season overlaps with hurricane season, the bill would allow election supervisors to ask the Secretary of State to make certain changes, like
Change the location of early voting sites. Allow early voting on the day before the election.
a potential plan that
I hope we never have to use it.
Kailey Tracy, Fox 13 News.
So the bill is still working its way through the House, and if passed, the governor would then have to sign it into law. Now, a similar bill in the Senate, sponsored by Senator Nick DeSaegli of Indian Rocks Beach, recently passed unanimously.